Yo, what's happening? This your boy Ambitious, host of You Can't Sit With Us Radio. Shout out to my co-host Q. As always, I like to start the show off with a positive quote. Today's positive quote is: Life isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to be lived. Sometimes happy, other times rough. But with every up and down, you learn lessons that make you strong. End quote. And yeah, let's just get right into the show. Um, Episode 41 featuring Derrick Brown, and I'm gonna let Sway Wade take it away.
Hey, what's up? This is Sweat Wade.
I know you won't. I need a model to get in the throat, side effect of the bottle. These bitches, they go for the team, yeah. But what do you mean? Yeah. I'm on a wave, all I got time to say. Sorry, bitch, I can't create it.
And you are listening to You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
Threshold Brace Productions.
Who's playing?
Man, it was the Buckeyes and it was Cincinnati Bearcats, and so they played against each other. Man, they were like super hype. Like it was two different schools, but they were all like in the same parking lot. So it was like Bearcats fans, and then it was Buckeyes fans, and you would think it was like super competitive, but like everybody actually just chopped it up with each other. Like they was cool. I was there on behalf of the Bearcats. Like, that's the school I was there for. But, like, I had, like, people that were Buckeyes fans, and they would let me come make tacos just because they like my music. And it was just cool, man. Like, when I first got there, everybody had their music going. Different cars. Everybody had their stuff. And when I plugged mine up and started going, like, that was it. Everybody turned theirs off. Like, everybody was, rocking with me. So, it was a great experience, man.
Buckeyes win?
Yeah, they went crazy. I won't talk about that score, but the Buckeyes went nuts on the Bearcats that time, man. But shout out to that school though, they showed me a lot of love.
That's dope. As always, we keep the dopest guests on the show. Today's like no other. We got Derrick Brown on the show, musician, artist out of Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Glad to be here.
How's your so what you been up to today?
Today was just getting these containers together. I'm getting ready to move my little music facility from down on 18 South, like Vanderbilt Music Row area, to Franklin. And so just getting prepared for that, and it's going to be a nicer spot. So
what kind of facility is it?
It's just recording and writing facility.
Okay.
Cool. So is it just for you or for like everybody?
It's a lot just for me, but I'll do other stuff in there.
Okay.
It's a place to have writing appointments and track some stuff, do some pre-production stuff. Okay. So I try not to like call it a studio too much because it is like a sketch lab, and it's just a place to like get ideas down, and then take them further other places with a tracking engineer, and some other dope musicians.
Cool.
So how long you so let's start off with how long you been doing music and what got you into it?
Oh, well, I grew up with my grandmother and my grandfather, and I was in the choir at church. Like 4 years old, they had a little youth choir, and I sang in that. Started taking piano lessons about 6. Took piano lessons for a few years, then middle school band and choir, and then college choir. Got a scholarship for singing and went to MTSU. Went to another college for a year first called Reinhardt College. And finished my time at MTSU and worked at the Bluebird Cafe as like the door dude and the host. So I've been in it for a long time, man. Like 20 years.
No student loans.
A little bit of student loans.
You can't escape those.
A little bit. It wasn't.
Can't escape those, man.
Yeah, I made the mistake and thought, well, I'm gonna do better in my classes if I don't have a job and I just take out this little student loan to live on, get my meal ticket and this kind of thing. Well, nah, man, I got a little bit of student loan.
Yeah.
We only had one person say they ain't had student loans on the show.
Look, man, hey, if you don't prep down to the T, man, you're gonna have those student loans, and it makes you wonder, like, man, is this really for me, or can I learn what I need to learn out in the world?
I heard a thing today, this morning, that a dude was talking about final education expenses, like going to graduate schools and things like this can be upwards of $500,000.
Yeah.
You know, mine's like a cheap car. Like that's like a real estate car.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
there's some people not getting out well, and I did really good. I got more than I needed from. It was more about the time and the experience.
Yeah.
And cultivating some of those relationships. Some of those relationships are still some of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the greatest stuff that I think I've done as an artist, as far as writing and the creation of songs, has been with some people that I've met there and continue to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to see where everybody goes and does after college. But the few that I thought would still be doing this in 15 years are still doing it.
And you from Nashville?
No, I lived here about 15 years ago, like MTSU, like Murfreesboro for a few years, and then here for a little over a year after college, and then went away for like 15 years, and I've lived on the East Coast.
Went to New York, right?
I was in New York.
Okay, yeah.
I had a good time there. That was amazing. My stepdad got sick with diabetes, went into like a second diabetic coma, and my mom called me upset, and my mom's tough, y'all. So like to hear her upset and say we need help. They moved back to our family farm, which is in East Tennessee, and that's where they are now. But came back from New York after that. But I used to build cell towers for a little while on the East Coast. Took like a 3-year sabbatical from music to build cell towers, because I never felt like I had like a tough job, or I just kind of like charmed my way through stuff, and I felt kind of like I need something to break me and like help me build back a little bit stronger. So when I go back and I get back to Nashville after this little walkabout that I'm doing, that I'm stronger and I'm holding my head high and I've got integrity on some stuff that I've done. And that also like was some internal work, like figuring out some things and, you know, taking care of past resentments. Don't know how much y'all know about that, but just getting your subconscious reprogrammed back in a good way to where you're being fruitful with your time. You're not beating yourself up and not doing stuff, not scared to live. So I've been a lot of places in between the first time I lived here and now. I've been back here for 2 years this month on the 21st. I pulled into my place as that eclipse was happening. There's this little China dude in the driveway, like peeking through and looking. I said, man, isn't this a crazy time for me to be moving into my new spot as this happens? I haven't seen that dude yet. Been in the same spot for 2 years. So I'm glad to be back. They say in Native American like folklore that the eclipse is kind of like a rebirth type of thing. So it felt sort of like a rebirth coming back here and being ready. You know, kind of like getting to live life again, knowing what I know now. So it's fun. I love being back in Nashville, man.
Yeah, perfect. So, how would you? So, what kind of genre would you say that you're in as far as the music?
It's like soul pop, neo soul, indie pop. Get a lot of comparisons to like Kenny Loggins, and so I love like Steely Dan and Sting and Stevie Wonder. Those are like my 3 all-time favorites. I can listen to them any time of the day and catch the right vibe. Yeah. So, but I'm a producer too. I make beats. I am building a sync catalog currently to hand in and get some licensing. I had some cuts, some songs that I did with a production partner in Atlanta on a movie called VHS, which did really good. Got a little international money off of it. We got 4 songs in there that we wrote and co-produced together. Cool. So the money's out there to do it. So, but I host a songwriters night every Wednesday. It's like a showcase, an artist writers showcase. That's how we met. And what I do is I get 8 to 12 different artists to come share the stage with me at Bar Louie and Bellevue at the new build out right by where they're building the new ice plex. Man, Bellevue's beautiful. They've got this cool little thing, and it's been about a year now since I've been there. I was at another place for a couple months and it didn't work out, but it's been going really well there. I've had some extremely talented people join in, made some good connections, made some new friends, and that's what I initially wanted to do in the beginning when I started anyway. It's like I want to make some new friends and create some fresh music with some different people and see what's up. So it's been a great platform for that for me.
Cool.
Do you get to you any free food?
No, they give me 50% off just like a regular employee. But I get it. I get it though.
Yeah, hey, you gotta make it somehow. But
I eat and I tip them. I tip them good too.
50% off ain't that bad.
No, I'm not sleeping on it.
Hey,
I'm happy.
look,
That's good. They got an Impossible Burger there, y'all. That's meatless, and I'm.
Everybody's got an Impossible Burger,
Dude, it's
and
good.
I'm actually, you know what? Tonight I'm going to Burger King to get an Impossible Burger.
Get it? It looks good.
Yeah, my friend, when I was in Ohio, my best friend, he actually tried it. He's like, yo, it tastes just like a regular one. It doesn't taste any different. And I was like, man, I'm really surprised about that. I'm gonna try Impossible Burger.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So how did you get that hookup though at Bar Louie? Like,
so I worked for an entertainment company. When I got back here, I was doing a moving company. It was kind of like Uber, you know, the app Uber.
Mm-hmm.
We had like a moving company that we were building.
Yeah.
It was based out of Alabama, out of Birmingham, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't work out, so I was scrambling for a job around Christmas time, and I saw this like karaoke DJ entertainment company, you know, live performers, promotional people. So I contacted this guy named C. Danny Lewis, and Danny owns Tsunami Entertainment. He started it back in '99 here in Nashville, and he's got several spots that he DJs at. He's been voted Nashville scene's best DJ the past 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I heard of him.
He's a good dude,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's got a lot of different connections. And I had been doing different gigs for him, and he said, "You want to do a songwriters thing?" So we started off at another place in Green Hills, and it was cool, but they didn't. It wasn't a very good draw. They were smoking there, and like some people didn't want to come and perform there because of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, not gonna name the place, not gonna slander it at all, but he made a connection at Bar Louie, just walking in and saying, "Hey, you guys want to get some live entertainment going on?" And he pitched it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so every week I get my people together and I send in the promotional pictures to his wife, who is their Tsunami Promotions also. Mm-hmm. And she runs all that, and she makes these beautiful flyers for me. And I send them out to the artists, and we, you know, promote the gig, and it shows the folks back home that they're doing something, you know, and I do a live feed on Facebook Live, individual. I set up my iPad, and I take individual cuts of everybody, their whole performance. So it's set up like a showcase where you come up and you do 3 to 5 songs, depending on how many people we have there.
Yeah.
And you get that live content for whatever platform you want to share it on. You get the promotional piece of promotional material, and you get to network with some really great people that come in. There's a studio that's getting involved, 615 Recording Studio, and they're going to be a sponsor. Tsunami's, you know, their sponsor, and it's led to other things. Some other jobs. I'm helping build a little bit of a scene down in Manchester, Tennessee, where Bonnaroo is.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really cool group of people down there. They've got a podcast that they do called Everyday Joe Show, and they've got a brewery opening up, and there's this beautiful little marketplace with like all the farmers that are like part of this thing come and bring their stuff every week. So it's all this beautiful groceries that they have, and they also have like local beers on tap and stuff. But it's a real neat place, and I've made a connection down there with a dude named Bull Fletcher, and we're working on putting together a booking agency, and he's got a nice media company that he's a part of that has a huge reach, social media. Only one that's bigger than them in Middle Tennessee is Channel 5 News. So they've got a great reach, and they're starting a video side, and I'm going to be helping them with supplying talent to come on, and they'll be a part of that push, and then booking people, try to get some people paid, and some exposure with some sort of infrastructure that can back them. Because, you know, as an up-and-coming artist, we all need people. So wanting to build this tribe or this team of people that can be self-sustaining, because I'm going to be doing my thing too. But if I can help out with what I know now to get something started that's going to continue after I'm gone to help more people get their music and their word out, then I mean that's what's fun to me.
Definitely.
Hey, refer some of them artists to our show too if you want.
What now?
Refer some of them artists that perform to our show.
Okay.
They want to interview.
All right. Wonderful. I
We
will.
always, we
Happily.
always looking for people.
Yeah,
so.
man. I'll make sure to tag everything, and I'd be happy to.
Mhm. All right, so let's get into one of your songs. Let's get into the I song. Tell me a little bit about that.
All right. So, wrote that several years ago with a good friend of mine named James Harrison, and it's the idea about this, this just love at first sight. So back when we were writing songs, first off, we were in college, and there's this just romantic just feel of everything. It was just being in love with the situation of like learning and being able to be in recording studios and being able to create and just really be able to do music as much as you could stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
And we've written several songs together, and they all kind of have a similar theme. We used to call our band Bebop and Rocksteady and DJ Windows for Derrick and James. Windows, like the windows that we look out, how we see the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the song's just about like a girl you see and you just immediately lock eyes with her, and it's just like, I've known you for 1,000 lifetimes.
Yeah.
And I'm in love with you all over again for the first time. How is it possible? It's like, so the chorus is like, I caught your eye and it was over. Like the yearning, the wanting, you know, this like desire was completely quenched. Like the moment that you locked eyes with her and you knew that that was the one. So that's what it's about, man. I think I had a couple chords started. James came in. We finished the song together, and I'll look forward to writing with him again soon. His baby was due like yesterday.
Oh, man.
So he's getting ready to be a father, and he's great. And you know, if y'all do like call-ins, he's living in the Myrtle Beach area, Wilmington. But if y'all did an interview with him, I promise you it would be very fun.
Yeah, we do call in.
We do those, yeah.
Okay,
got-
cool.
Yes, sir.
Because
We
he
got-
loves podcasts.
We
I'd
got
love to
one.
hook y'all
We got
up.
one coming up. Actually,
That's the number one
Yeah.
dude I'm gonna set y'all up with then.
Perfect.
All right, so yeah, let's get into I by Derrick Brown. We'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
I was lost and put on my own, paid the cost to be all alone. I was boss till you came along, gave me this song. Now I've changed my attitude, no more stubborn point of view. All I really wanna do is rediscover love with you. Oh, I saw your eyes, dear, was over. I caught your eye, dear, was over. It was over. Never to ever see anything. Never to ever see anything. Now I stand somewhere in between lifelong regret and destiny. Don't you realize when you looked at me, you changed my world, you set me free. Oh, I saw your eyes.
Yeah, welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. Yeah, so tell me what a good vibes coordinator is.
All right, so I was living in this little place called Helen, Georgia. Like Sati Nakuchi is the name of the area. Yeah,
sorry.
I had to bust that one up though. Every time it sends everybody straight back to middle school.
Man, I'm not an adult. I'm sorry.
But I was working at this place called Nakuchi Grill. Okay. All right, even better.
All right.
And it was attached to this winery, Habersham Winery, and I don't know. I was just bartending like this wine bar, and it just came to me one day. I was like, all right, I'm making business cards, and I'm not gonna be bartending or doing any of these dumb jobs any longer. I'm gonna make my own job, and I'm gonna do that the rest of my life. So I came up with I was like, what's the best job you could have? Well, you know, make people feel good, have a good time. All the things that are connected with good vibes. Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to be the coordinator of the good vibes. So, because like when anybody came into the restaurant or something, like I would always make sure they were okay. Spend a little time with them if they wanted to, leave them completely alone if they wanted to be. I have a good social awareness. Moved around a lot as a kid. That's where that comes from. But just, I don't know, just had like a little cheeky moment in my head and thought, I'm going to make these business cards up. And ever since, man, I've been the good vibes coordinator.
So, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to word this. So based off what you've been talking about, you have a lot of connections. Like, you have a lot of people that you know that do different things. So, how important are connections to you?
They're great. They're of the greatest. Your friendships can really help in the design of what you're trying to do. Like it's easier. Two heads is better than one. Yeah. And when you come together with somebody that has completely different set of skills with you, I mean, it's inspiring. So, you know, I love my friends. I've had to make new friends a whole bunch growing up. As a kid, I was a new kid. My mom would be like, just go knock on the doors and see who has kids and make some friends. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So I learned how to do that. And just never been shy in that way. Just always was looking to make more friends. So, you know, but it's also important to surround yourself with people who aren't like energy vampires, people who want to see you come up. Some people see you starting to shine a little bit, and there's this old analogy called the crab barrel. And we're all in this crab barrel, and like the moment I start to get out of here and go on to something better than being stuck in this barrel, want to grab you and pull you back down. Yeah. So you got to be careful of this kind of thing within building these relationships. You know, everything's not for everybody. Yeah. You take your time and like see what people choose to talk about, because what they choose to talk about is a pretty good reflection of their thoughts. And if they're talking about other people or things that are ugly, then it probably means they have some things going on that you want to be away from.
Yeah. The hate be real out here.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's loud and it's smelly.
So besides you play piano and any other instruments you play?
I play guitar and sing mostly.
Okay. Which one you like doing better, piano or guitar?
Guitar. I'm better at guitar, but I love the piano because of the MIDI possibilities, all the VSTs you can use. Yeah. So like the studio is an instrument also, and if I had to pick the instrument, the studio, or the guitar, I'm gonna pick the studio. Yeah. Because I can do so much more. You have an orchestra right there at your fingertips.
So, okay. If you were okay, so let's say you meet another artist that's up and coming, they're just starting out. What would be the 3 top resources that you would say you need to have a good start? That can be people or things.
Okay, somebody fresh coming to Nashville, I'd tell them to get involved with a performing rights organization like ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. Second is go where you want to be. Like if you want to be an artist, go to shows. Mm-hmm. If you want to be a writer, go to shows where the writers are playing. Yeah. Go be where you see yourself. Like if you're going to be a guitar player, go spend time around the best guitar players.
Mm-hmm.
And that's anywhere. That's going on 24 hours a day here. And I would then say, for a writer, I would say get involved with NSAI or Global Songwriter Connect. Both of those have multiple resources that can put you in touch with publishers, other co-writers, and then that would just lead right into maybe a fourth one that would be make friends.
Yeah.
Go to these events where people are doing the stuff that you want to be doing, and make friends with them and ask the questions and just be involved. The more involved you are, the quicker your road will be. And the most important thing is you don't get to where you want to go ever if you give up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
So I was looking at the song. So I remember that you had live videos of the Eye, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That, and there was another song as well.
What does it all mean?
Yes. So you performed at a place, I believe it was called Church at 117, maybe.
Yes.
How did you end up getting that gig?
So down in Manchester,
Mm-hmm.
the people I was telling you about there, guy named Bull Fletcher, John Bull Fletcher,
Mm-hmm.
he put a meeting together with the owner of that place, who is Steve West, who started the Basement here in Nashville,
Mm,
and OG Basement East, and Cannery Row.
Yeah.
So, and he had Going West Productions for many years, which was a big, they're still doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they were looking to build more of a live music scene down there in Manchester for after Bonnaroo,
Mm-hmm.
for the local community who was very interested in that.
Yeah.
They got the bug from having the best live music festival,
Yeah.
Anywhere nearby. So they wanted to start this thing. So I went down there and brought a couple songwriters with me. And I just filmed that on my iPad. I was like, all right, it's time to start putting some stuff on this YouTube channel. I got a website being built right now that I'll be launching soon, which is DerrickBrownLovesYou.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just we're trying to build a music scene. So they're paying me for 3 Fridays a month, even if I don't go down and play, just to hold me on retainer right now.
Yeah.
So when they get together what they need me to do, we can do it. That's why it's only been the one, but they paid me every time since. I've never had anybody do that.
Cool.
That's a big deal. It shows me that they're serious about wanting to work together. Bull is, at least. And I'm gonna keep doing the next right thing with it. But that's how I was down there, just trying to build like a songwriter scene for some people to go and be able to hear some good live music down there. So it's something still being built. That was just the first one of what hope to be several.
Oh.
So, what does it all mean? Tell me about this.
All right, what does it all mean? That's another me and James Harrison co-write. This song, I had the chords together for it first, and I think I just had the beginnings of the lyrics. And what that song's about is like, what does it all mean? As the question, what does it all mean? What does all this mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer to that is to love more, to just love more. Because like nothing, you're going to get so much further if you have kindness in your heart and in your spirit, and you feed those things and you feed those thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So the song is about asking yourself that question. And then the bridge is kind of like a frustrating moment of like letting the wind catch my sail. Basically, does the world see me as heaven or hell? But I'm going to go ahead and take my dreams right now, and I'm going to cash them in, and I'm going to let all this begin.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think it's catchy too. I like the what does it all mean?
Yeah.
It's fun to play too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just about the question that I've asked myself a million times, is like, well, what does all this mean? And then coming across the answer over the past 5 years of Well, it means you just love more. You just don't give up, and you just love more in any situation. You'll be better off, and everyone that's in the situation with you will be better off if you just love more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get into what does it all mean. We'll be right back. You Can't Sit With Us Radio. Hey, welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. So, Derrick, it is time for random ass questions. These questions have nothing to do with what we talked about today. I either come up with my head or find on the internet. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, we're going to start it off with the soggy cereal debate. You eat soggy cereal or not?
Yes.
Got somebody to agree with you.
Yeah.
You
Man, if I got throw gunshots in it. Told you, soggy cereal is not lost, man. Soggy cereal is fire. Fire. Y'all, you guys have horrible gums. I know you do. Yeah.
That's the second person.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay,
bad.
what are your favorite cereals? I had to add that in there.
I like Raisin Bran.
Okay.
Once in a while, like that Special K with the strawberries in it.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Okay.
Any of the junk cereals once in a while.
I was about to say, yeah, but I mean, now you can eat the healthy cereals that way too. So, y'all out there wondering, I don't know. Yeah, you can eat the healthy cereals that way too.
Hey, like I said, though, Travis Scott, man, hey, that cereal tastes the same. Ain't nothing different.
Yeah, he set you up. So, Travis Scott basically took Reese's Puffs and made them into his own and sold them for a lot. I'm assuming a lot more than a regular box. Yeah. Like $100. Yeah. And they don't taste any different than regular. Yeah. So I was like, I won't be purchasing.
You just paying
any.
for the box, really.
Yeah, I won't be purchasing any.
I got mine discounted, so I'm cool. Shout out to Red Rose Heights. Shout out. What can I ask? Let's see. Oh, do you think aliens get reincarnated after they die?
I might need to get back to you on that one. I don't know, man. I think we all have an energy in us that will live forever.
Yeah.
What shape it takes after we leave these bodies, I don't know. I saw a thing yesterday, man. It was the craziest little meme I've ever seen. It was a picture of an alien and a monkey holding a human baby, outside this weird little cave. And it was like, y'all aren't ready for this conversation yet. So I don't know, man. But I mean, we'll see after they storm Area 51. Right?
Yeah, right. Hey, look, I'm not going with them, but I'll be ready for whatever they find.
I'll be missing that field trip.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
All right. You think you can cry underwater?
No. Absolutely. I don't think you have time.
Yeah. I mean, I think I can be sad there, but I don't know if you can.
I think that would be an amazing thing for an acting school. Be like, all right, guys, you've done really great these past 8 weeks. We're going to all take a little trip down to the pool, and we got videos set up. And the first person who can cry is going to graduate head of the class and get $10,000 off of what y'all owe us for these classes.
Man, look,
Let's see if you can cry.
I'm going to cry. Oh, I'll cry, all
Cry
right.
underwater?
Yeah, I'm going to figure it out. Something.
Get some bleach in your eyes before you go in the water or something.
Mm-hmm. Just put some kind of helmet on, man. Keep your tears in there.
I think they automatically cry when you open them up underwater. How about that?
Oh, probably.
Might be. All right, let me see what else I got. Oh, okay. If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
The cat.
Yeah.
The cat would probably be the rudest.
Yeah.
I think.
Cats don't need us, man.
Nah, we're just living in their world.
Yeah, really, we are. We're really just in cat world. Like when we discover what aliens are, they're cats.
Definitely.
Yeah, aliens are cats.
And what's the worst advice you ever got?
Worst advice. I'd normally just deflect that stuff so quick. It'll take me a second to come back to one of those things. Because I just don't hear the noise, man. I've worked hard to not hear the noise.
Yeah.
Any of the chatter. Maybe it was the worst advice I ever got.
That's an odd question.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
I mean, the worst, because I want to be sincere. Worst advice I ever got was maybe go back to school or something like that.
Go back to school.
And that's
I think we've all gotten that advice.
I mean, I'm not hearing it because I'm done with school. It was wonderful for what it was, and I want to learn what I want to learn now, and it's so much more fun. When you know what you want to do, study that. You don't need to go. You don't need to go learn how to count with letters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do you get to 1,000 with a C and a D? I don't know. But F you guys.
Oh, that's a bar. That's a bar.
All right. Last question is: do you think angels get high?
Yes. Absolutely. I
think he's the first one that didn't struggle with that one.
Yeah, I think that
It might be.
I think they're just naturally high.
Yeah.
Naturally just in this state of joy, of complete joy.
Okay, and do you have any questions for us?
Yes.
I don't like this look he's getting.
So how many questions do I get?
You-
2 or 3?
You get 2. Yeah,
Okay,
you
get
get
2.
2.
All right. So on a serious note, where do you guys see yourselves in 3 to 5 years?
I see myself with this podcast doing more, actually making a living off of it, and hopefully because I also do studio engineering too, so I'm hoping that it'll be bigger than it is now. So yeah, pretty much with that, and I'm hoping my Threshold Brace production group is much bigger. And
I like what I've heard, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I do.
So hoping more artists will come to that too.
Absolutely. I will.
For me, so I see myself hopefully still being on the podcast as long as he doesn't kick me off. And with my DJing, I see because my goal in the end is to have a multimedia company, so I want to incorporate DJing with video creating, music creating, all of those different things together. So I won't say that I see it at the end of growth, but I want to see it more manifested. I want to see more people a part of that vision, working to get it to its maximum level. So I think that's going to be a big step for me in 3 to 5 years.
Cool. Yeah. Very cool. All right. So what's your guilty pleasure? What's on your guilty pleasure playlist? Like just one, you're like maybe most like secretive guilty pleasure song.
Man, I gotta think about that.
I like kids show theme songs.
Nice. That's what we're getting there.
Yeah. I will often go back and listen to a lot of kids shows, like stuff that's on like PBS Kids and like what kid theme songs I like? This show called PB&J Otter was really good. Some other stuff on Disney, but yeah, that's probably mine. I've never told anybody that until today, but I think people.
Hey,
my closest friends know that I'm still a really big kid at heart. So
Cool.
Yeah, I go back to a lot of kid theme songs.
Baby Shark, that shit though.
Baby Shark was very hard.
Yeah.
Baby Shark was very underrated amongst adults.
Baby Shark, that shit. Man, I don't know if I got one. I'm trying to think.
You too cool, man. You too cool.
I would have to look in here, man. I don't know. Besides, I don't know. Old Town Road I was bumping that all the time though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, we can call that one. Among some people, that probably wouldn't be like the best.
I'm trying to think.
But you know, Sir Mix-a-Lot did that first, way back in the day, with a track called Buttermilk Biscuits. Y'all need to look up Sir Mix-a-Lot, Buttermilk Biscuits, and tell me
I'll look that up.
that wasn't first. And Stevie Wonder did a song called Ain't Gonna Stand For It, which is kind of the same. It's like country mixed with hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, both those tracks. Man, they're both guilty pleasures of mine.
Going back to listen to those.
I gotta check that out. Oh yeah, so thank you, Derrick, for being on the show. Shout out your social media, anything that you want to say.
Cool. Y'all, follow me on Instagram at Let's Get Brunch. And my YouTube channel is Derrick Brown Loves You. And please visit DerrickBrownLovesYou.com. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. I'd love to be your friend. I hope y'all are good to yourselves and good to each other. And thank you very much for having me here, y'all. Much love, peace, and blessings.
No problem. Sure. How'd you get the IG name?
Man, I just thought of my life being better than it was at the time and said what would be the best life is having a job where I could, like, go get brunch anytime I wanted to. And I got it, y'all. It happened.
Man, that's a good idea. Hey, look, I mean, you can't deny it. Yeah, brunch is probably like the best part of the day.
It's the greatest.
Brunch is fire. Yeah, I understand that completely. And so as always, you all can follow me on IG at the letter Q and Dropping Dope. So that's QDROPPINDOPE. And also soon this page will be incorporated with my main page, but you also can follow me on the business tip. I DJ. Call me for your next wedding, your next birthday party, your uncle's birthday party, whoever. You can find me at Book Q the DJ, BOOKQUETHE DJ.
Yeah, and as ways, you can find me at Ambitious1K on Instagram. You know, I don't go look it up in dictionary. You'll not spell ambitious. Follow my Threshold Brace production group on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And until next time, L Ambitious Q, we out.
We out.